Hi everyone, hope you're all doing great. Welcome back to my channel Nest Artfully. If you guys are wondering what this video is about, I'm super nervous because this is not my usual home decor, DIY, plant care sort of video. In fact, it's a life update vlog, one which I haven't ever done before. So this is just to have a casual conversation with you, talk about all the changes that have been taking place lately, the decisions that we're currently in the process of making, and how it's going to impact us and the channel and the kind of content we create, so that you guys have more clarity on the type of videos coming your way you can really expect to see on Nest Artfully. We recently completed a year. Nest Artfully, the first video went live March 19th, 2021. So much has happened in just such a small span of time, and so much more has happened in the past couple of months. So we've had some time to think as well about where really we want to go with everything in our lives at the moment, and we've taken 3 major decisions. The first one being that everything that we do is going to have our health and well-being at the epicenter of it. So we really want to focus on health because the last year was quite tough in terms of health. I've never felt so low or stressed about my health as I did in 2021 because it tends to really put you out of action. I had so many things I wanted to do, and even from a content perspective, you would have noticed I was way more erratic over the past couple of months. That's simply because I could not get up and create content. So I could have so many things going well for me, but if my health isn't at its best, then I noticed that obviously I'm not happy and enjoying my life the way I should be. So I've gone back to yoga and meditation. Meditation I hardly ever did even in the past, but yoga is something I've done on and off. But I always thought of it as a physical fitness plan, never quite as a lifestyle change, and that's where I think I've changed a lot this year. I'm really thinking about yoga and meditation as a lifestyle practice because I noticed that it helps me with changing the way I think, the way I behave on a day-to-day basis. So I had a yoga session with a friend based in the US, and how she organized the event also changed the way I think about it, because she spoke about setting up a space, and that's something that I never really looked into. She spoke about having some fresh flowers, lighting candles, burning fragrant incense, and playing calming music. She helped me set up a space that almost felt like I was taking myself out on a date, where the priority was my physical and mental health, and that felt amazing. That session was so good. I've come to think that setting up a space even at home for such good practices where health is obviously a daily priority in that corner of the house is a great initiative. That's something that we can all look into. This is why I was overjoyed when Mangalam Organic sent me their Bhimseni camphor and their Camp Pure Cone air fresheners. I've always loved aromatic products, but of late I've been considering the impact of these on my health. That is why it was a relief to find the Bhimseni camphor is 100% pure and natural, extracted from the tree of Cinnamomum camphora and pine. The all-natural Bhimseni camphor can be used with any electric kapoordani or even non-electric ceramic diffusers. This product is ideal for aromatherapy, reducing stress and invoking a sense of calm and positive energy around the house. Aromatherapy and a good fragrance isn't limited to one part of the house or a single activity. Unfortunately, over the years, I've used several chemical-based air fresheners, and that's why I was excited to find that the Camp Pure Cone air fresheners is a 100% natural alternative that I can use in several spaces around me. I can use it in my car, in the closet, and even in the bathroom. These products don't emit harmful vapors or leave behind residue. What they do is elevate my mood with their refreshing fragrance and amazingly even keep mosquitoes at bay. Since my son is highly allergic to mosquito bites, this is a big win for me. If you're looking to buy any of these products for yourself or as a thoughtful gift to someone, then visit their website houseofmangalam.com and don't forget to use the promo code NEST10 exclusively for Nest Artfully viewers to get 10% off on any purchase on the website. Continuing on the health topic, I also wanted to talk about a few other things. Over the last year, I did far more DIYs than I would have usually, and this resulted in some bad postures, and that went on and created some amount of chronic neck pain issues that I'm still struggling with. So since I love to do DIYs and I have plans to do a lot more this year and the coming year, this is something I'll need to focus on to ensure that I'm in good posture when I do these activities. Also, I started reading the labels of many of the products that I was using while doing my DIYs, and I noticed several of them are not really good for our health. So this is something I want to look into and see if I can find products that are healthier alternatives, mainly because I've started using them on a regular basis. If you're to use it very occasionally, rarely, then it's okay, but if it's on a more regular basis, you'll have to read the labels and look into the health impact. And if I'm not able to avoid using the product, then I want to look at investing in proper forms of safety, such as a gas mask or gloves or so on, to take care of any sort of harmful vapors that I may be inhaling, or contact allergy and so on. And this is something I would like to talk about in my videos and share with you guys as well. So moving on to the second big decision, that is with regards to our home decor and design philosophy. We've thought a lot about this, and we've thought back about things that are close to our heart. One of them being that we would like to reduce wastage and try and increase our ability to recycle or upcycle existing products. Now, so far, a couple of years we've been traveling and living in pre-furnished homes, so we've not really purchased much, but here back in India, we're looking at buying everything. We don't own anything here, so appliances, furniture, all of that has to be purchased, and that gives us the freedom of choice. Now with furniture, I'm going to go look around for old furniture markets and see if there are products that I can bring home and upcycle into furniture that I would love to have at home. So that is one of the small things that we're going to try and attempt. In terms of design, I've been a huge fan of biophilic design for as long as I can remember, and I want to try and incorporate the same aspect that we tried in Singapore house, but on a larger scale here, bring more plants into my indoor and outdoor space, but with a small change, or rather a big change, and that is not looking at plants purely as an ornamental setup, but to see how plants can be integrated into our lifestyle and for some of our cooking and living needs. So I'm going to try and invest more in plants that can give us produce. This is something that I took for granted as a child, because growing up I had my grandmom, she had a green thumb. We had white pumpkin, snake gourd, a variety of green leaf vegetables, fruits like banana, chiku, papaya, all of this just growing in our kitchen backyard, and I want to try and do that, grow some produce that I can then harvest for our cooking or day-to-day needs. Hopefully I'm able to make some good videos on that topic as well. And then of course, like I said, old furniture and more of natural material furniture, so whatever is locally available to where we live, more easily available, I'm going to try and see how I can work that into our home decor and design. Then moving on to the last and final major decision in our lives at the moment, and that was to choose where to live in India. So a lot of people, when we tell them about this, they look at us like, could this be a whim or a fancy that just popped into our minds over the past 2 months? But very few people know that this was a plan in the making for almost a decade. So Cam and I met way back in 2010, and together we've enjoyed a few things that has stayed the same over the years. They haven't changed, one of them being travel. The other one is that we always wanted to break away from our corporate careers and have a more flexible work schedule, flexible even in terms of location, have a location independent sort of work profile, and we finally managed to do that. After 10 years, finally managed to be in a place, a privileged place, where we can actually choose wherever we want to work from. and we don't want to waste that away. So we've decided to make one of our long time dreams come true, and that is to live in this particular city in India, because we like the nature, we like the food, we like the culture. So it's a place that we've traveled to regularly every year the past decade, and we've explored different bits and pieces of it, but we're finally ready to experience daily life in this city. I'm just going to show you some vistas. Let me see if you guys are able to guess. I'm sure you would have guessed the name of the city by now. So we are currently in Goa, and our long time dream of living in Goa is finally coming true. We've taken up a house. It's an unfurnished house. It's quite a dreamy house that we've managed to find. Our Nesting Artfully in Goa journey begins tomorrow, because we are vacating from the Airbnb tomorrow and moving into our rented house. We've completed the rental agreement and all of that procedure. This Airbnb has been a pretty good experience. We stayed for about a month here. We would have liked to stay somewhere closer to nature and a little cut away from the city, but since we had house hunting and all other related work to do, we stayed closer to the city area. But this still has a very nice ambience and some amount of nature around, so I'll show you guys. This is a compact 1 BHK service apartment, and we chose it because it's quite ideal for longer term stays with certain conveniences that we needed, such as the kitchen here. It's a small kitchen, compact sized, but it packs up everything that you need even for elaborate cooking. So there's a 4-burner stove, and there's chimney, of course, with all the utensils that they've given us, such as toaster, kettle, more elaborate vessels such as the cooker and pots and pans. All of it is here. So quite convenient for cooking, and that's what we've been doing. We've been eating out quite less and trying to cook more often at home. And right here, right next to the kitchen, we have this small 2-seater dining table, and our son has his meals here, so that's quite convenient. Behind the dining table, as you can see, we have a lot of light coming in. That is a balcony area where we can dry clothes and of course just stand out in the evening for some time. Now opposite to this are some very important appliances. They've given a microwave, which is pretty convenient, but even more importantly, they have a washing machine here, so it's been incredibly easy to do our laundry the past month. Of course, there's also a refrigerator. So this section is the kitchen, dining and appliances. Now let's take a look at the living section. And what every good vacation needs, a comfortable couch right in front of the TV. So Goa is really hot at the moment, and it doesn't make sense to spend all day outside. You'll really need to hunker down indoors and watch TV. So this is really comfortable. They've given a sofa cum bed, which means I think you can have some more people stay with you, and some additional seating as well, in the form of these little poofs, and a center table that's quite nice. It's actually a trunk, so it can be used for storage as well. It's a wooden trunk with a very unique color polish done. So that's the living room furniture. Of course, on the other side we have the TV, a media unit and a shoe rack. And this is the bedroom. It's a pretty good sized one. They've given us king sized mattress and cot. They've also given the room with a single wardrobe and bedside tables and some amount of art on the walls. There's a little bathroom that goes on this side. So I'll talk about what I really love about this service apartment, and that's the balcony from the bedroom, which leads out into this view of coconut trees, and it looks absolutely stunning in the evening when the sun sets there. So let's take a look.
At this moment, no one can tell where we should go or what's coming. We thought we had it, the truth about our common soul.
overall, conscious living, slow living, and healthy lifestyle is going to be our mantras for this year and hopefully the next year too. I'm so excited to be able to share all of this with you guys, and so excited for all the future content that we're going to be able to create. Thank you so much for taking this time out to listen to me ramble on, and thank you for showing us all the love and support you have over the past year. It's been an incredible journey here, and hope you guys stick around for the next phase in our lives as well. See you next week with the home tour of our brand new house here in Goa. Bye bye.